That's the hottest thing I've ever had in my life. I'm not doing what I feel like I have a tingle from my head to right here.
Hello and welcome to Hot Ones Church Edition, the show where we eat hot wings and we ask hot questions. Today I'm joined by Matt Oxendale, the lead pastor at Trinity Lutheran of Minnehaha Falls. Matt, thanks for being with us today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Love the spice, love the wings, so yeah, let's get this on.
So I know being a pastor at a Lutheran church, there's a lot of Scandinavians that are here. Do you think you're going to be able to handle the heat?
I don't really fit the Lutheran mold in that sense. I'm not Scandinavian, and really like the spice, so bring it on. So we just dig in here. Saucy.
How's that? Is that too hot for you?
No.
All right. Well, let's dive into some questions. Can you tell me about what made you decide to become a pastor? Was this something that you always wanted to do since you were a kid?
No, when I was a kid, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I always liked the radio and thought I might want to be like a talk show host. How do you talk and eat out like this?
I'm a professional. I've done this a few times.
And no, me and my sister and brother would make radio stations at home, but really didn't really know what I wanted to do.
I guess being a pastor and doing radio is kind of similar. You're talking to people, you're delivering a message.
Yeah, I guess we both make our living with words. One of the things I remember in high school is that I was voted most talkative. And my teachers would get annoyed by that. But I feel like maybe God is now redeeming that and using my voice for his good. And right after high school, I went on a missions trip, and really that's when I really felt called to the ministry. It really didn't happen until I was about 18.
Well, I did a little bit of digging. I was hoping you were going to talk about that because there was a story that I heard about you being on this trip and this really bloody pillow. Can you talk a little bit about that?
On the missions trip, on one of the first nights, I went to sleep and I woke up with an entirely soaked pillow with blood. I had a bloody nose all night long, and it was so nasty. But we woke up in the morning and I was embarrassed about it, didn't want to say anything. So I just left it there. And I came home after the day, and the dad of the host home was like holding the pillow up with latex gloves, and he's like concerned I have a drug problem or something. And I had to just explain I'm an idiot. I'm nasty. I didn't know what to do with this bloody pillow. And so yeah, that's where the calling all began, right there.
All right, Matt. So we handled Sweet Baby Ray's without any issue. We're going to move on to Sriracha now.
Okay.
Ready to dive in?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, there's a good kick there.
What do you think?
It's sweet, a little hot. It's good. I like it.
So you serve at Trinity Lutheran, and a lot of more contemporary churches tend to drop Lutheran from their name. Why do you guys choose to keep it?
Well, I actually really like both those names, Trinity and Lutheran. Trinity is really, I geek out about this, but it's one of my favorite theological concepts. The idea that God is one and that God is three. The idea that God is Father, Son, Holy Spirit, yet all God. And there's unity, but also diversity. And actually, that would probably be a good way for the church to be reflected in the world, is we are all united in our mission for Christ, but we're all different. We all have gifts that we bring. If you're in my confirmation class, I teach our 7th, 8th, and 9th graders that God exists like perichoresis, which is an ancient term that really means to dance alongside. And so God exists as a dance. And we don't talk a lot about dancing in a Lutheran church, but God really exists as a dance party. And that's what we tell our kids. I really like having that in our name because the Lutheran tradition is so focused on grace and on Jesus and on God's word. And so, if we can redeem those words, I really like using those.
Is it true that Lutherans follow the church calendar?
We do, yeah. No, we participate with a lot of other church bodies in a church year. And basically, the church year is a cycle of really reliving the redemptive story of God. And so it begins in Advent when we're anticipating God coming into the world through Christ. And then in Epiphany, we join the wise men as we recognize that Jesus has come into the world and he's here, which moves into Lent, which is a season of fasting, prayer, thinking about Jesus and his suffering. And then that moves into the season of Easter, which is all about resurrection, new life. And then that moves into Pentecost, which is the final season of the year, the longest one, which talks about the life of the church and God's people. So I love going through that rhythm each year. I would miss it if we didn't have it. Are you sure there's some on mine? It doesn't look like there's any on there.
Oh, there's plenty on there.
I'm just going to put a little more on there. Yeah. I want to make sure I get a good bite.
All right. Well, you know what? If you're doing it, I have to do it. You can't, the host can't be left in the dark here.
All right. Cheers. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's hot.
It's a good one. You gonna need milk or water?
Nope, we're good for right now.
All right.
Well, that one comes back at you.
All right, Matt. So a couple weeks ago, I saw people walking around with ashes in the shape of a cross on their forehead. I'm assuming this is what kind of symbolizes the beginning of the Lenten season.
That's right. Yeah. So 3 weeks ago, Ash Wednesday is the beginning of Lent. And it goes all the way to Easter Sunday. So yeah, we're definitely in the middle of that season.
Okay. So Matt, can you tell me about some of the key components that make up the Lent season?
Sure. No, Lent is a really awesome time around the church. We have a lot of services. It's a lot of time together, and we actually will have about 16 services between now and Easter morning, and they focus on Jesus and his road to the cross.
Got it. So it's kind of the build-up to the larger celebration.
Absolutely.
Of Easter.
The way I say it is, Lent is like the playoffs, and Holy Week is a Super Bowl. You know, I know some pastors who complain about all the services, and I think this is the best time of the year. This is what we do. You know, if this isn't something you're interested in, why not go sell cars or work at the hardware store? You know, really.
Sure. I know a lot of people, they give stuff up for Lent. Are you going to be giving up stuff for Lent? Maybe hot sauce?
Maybe after this, but people give up stuff. But one of the things that we're trying to get back in touch with is fasting. And so the people at Trinity, we're all fasting 1 day a week throughout the Lent season. And it's not a way to get God to do something for you. It's a way to remove some things from your life and just be more dialed into what God might want to be saying to you. These are so hot.
Well, we're only got 3/8 of the way through.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
This looks so dumb. Pain 100%. Who's gonna eat something on a normal basis?
Well,
but okay.
Evidently that's us. So let's dive in. You want cheers again?
No, that was
a
bad.
bad one. Oh my God.
Oh, that one doesn't. Well, no, it's coming.
Well, now this is the section of the show where we do a bit called Explain the Gram. So we've found a bunch of pictures that you've posted on social media within the last years, and we just have a simple question, and that's, what's going on in this picture?
Okay.
So we've actually got one here. What's going on in this picture?
I don't know how you guys found that, but in my earlier days in high school, I really thought I wanted to be a rapper, and I took that into my youth ministry days. And so this is a character I'd play with the youth called Hood Matt, and he would show up at events and get everyone hyped up and stuff. And so that's basically what that's about.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Well, let's take a look at another one. We found another picture. It looks like maybe you changed your music style from Hood Matt to techno electronic kids Matt.
So this is at Cohen's 3rd birthday, and he was really into the show, Yo Gabba Gabba Kids Show with music. Really one of the best shows out there for kids and with music. And so I'm dressed up as DJ Lance Rock, and yeah, just had a good time.
All right, so we're officially halfway through. How you holding up?
It's really hot. I definitely was more confident than I thought I needed to be. Let's just get this done with.
Well, I can tell you now, things are going to get much, much worse. We're going to go from pretty hot to kind of the big players in the hot sauce game.
I mean, I can't feel my face right now. Okay,
go.
That one's good. It's a good flavor. I'm just waiting for it to hit now.
It's gonna get you. All right, so while we're waiting for the heat to kick in, let's
It's kicking in.
let's continue our discussion about Lent. So, I remember as a kid, kind of Holy Week is the kind of build up to Easter, and I remember there being so many church services, and I kind of dreaded it.
Yeah, I mean, well, between Lent and Holy Week, we're going to do 16 services, including Wednesday nights. But really, it's a way to be together as the church, be in community, through this really important time of the year. Hang on a second. And Holy Week, we see Holy Week as like 1 week-long service, almost a retreat, where we show up on Palm Sunday. And at the end of the service, I will never say the benediction. I will wait until Easter Sunday. So we'll say, now go home. Come back Thursday. We'll see you Friday. We'll see you Saturday. We'll see you Sunday. And then we say the benediction. That closes out the whole thing. So it's a beautiful time. And I think for people who want to experience the whole thing, put on your calendar, plan for it.
This is where things are going to get real. 130,000 Scoville. Hanging in there?
I'm not doing what I feel like I have a tingle from my head to right here.
All right. Well, this one's going to hit you, and it's going to hit you hard.
I'm okay. It's sticking to the napkin.
Cheers.
Lord have mercy.
So why don't you walk us through kind of the flow of Holy Week and what it's all about?
All right, so Holy Week starts on Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday is when we celebrate Jesus going into Jerusalem. That's the hottest thing I've ever had in my life. It's so hot. Milk isn't helping. We take the branches and we burn them afterwards, and they're ready for Ash Wednesday the next year for Ash Wednesday.
So it kind of, to me, seems kind of like the circle of life a little bit.
No, it's like the circle of death, like this thing is. But then we get to Maundy Thursday. Maundy Thursday is special when Jesus does the Last Supper. He washes his disciples' feet. We have communion that night. We do First Communion too. Then Good Friday, we follow Jesus to the cross, and the service is dark. It ends in a minor key. But then we have Easter Saturday, which is a vigil, a new thing this year. And on that vigil, it's at night, and it's the first time we start to whisper, Alleluia. It's quiet. But then Sunday morning, we have 2 services, horns, electric guitars, drums, and we say, He is risen indeed, and it's really exciting. And then Sunday morning, it's all on, and we recognize that what Jesus has done. He's gone through hell for us. I mean, this is, we're experiencing a bit of it in this taste, but that's Holy Week. It's awesome.
Okay. This is 300,000 Scoville, 3 times hotter than the bomb.
Well, we'll see if it hits like the bomb.
Ready to go?
Let's do it.
If people want to be a part of the Lent services, what can they do to be involved?
As we said, there's a lot going on. Go to our website, trinityfalls.org. You'll see times for services and things like that. Also, you can go to Trinity Falls MN on Instagram or Trinity Falls on Facebook. We'll have all the announcements about things coming up. So, yeah, just come around and be a part of things. We'd love to have them. Yeah.
Great.
And especially for people who haven't experienced Lent like this before. Maybe your church doesn't do this. Maybe come and experience some of these services, and maybe go back and tell your pastor, like, hey, we are part of this. Maybe this could be part of our church community.
All right, so we've made it. We're to the last sauce. As is tradition on this show, our last sauce here that we're doing today is Mad Dog 357. This is over 1 million Scoville units. And like I said, as is custom here, we always do an extra little portion on here called the last dab.
You put a lot on there. Do I need to put as much? I don't know if I'm going to put as much as you. Look at my hands shaking. There it is. And look at it comes with a bullet. That's not tacky.
Ready for this? Final wing.
Let's do it.
Oh, it's hot. All right. So is there anything else that you want to talk about that might be going on at Trinity Lutheran that might be important for people to know about?
We'd love for you to come on a Sunday morning. We worship here at 10:30 on Sundays, and just a great place for families. We're really trying to reach out to this neighborhood, and we promise we will never serve these sauces to you. Maybe this one, but these will never be a part of our services. That's all I got. Check out the website. But no, thanks for having me. This has been really terrible. I can't talk. I'm not in a good spot right now.
All right, you hear it here. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
See ya.